Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, dear viewers. Today we are going to explore a question that many people, both believers and skeptics, often ask: who created Allah? At first, this sounds like a logical question, but when we look deeper, we find that it is actually based on a misunderstanding of who Allah truly is. As human beings, we are used to seeing everything with a beginning and an end. When we see a house, we ask, who built it? When we see a painting, we ask, who painted it? So when we look at the universe, it feels natural to ask, who made all of this? And then the mind goes one step further. If God made everything, then who made God? But this question assumes that Allah is like creation, something that began to exist, and that is the mistake. Imagine you start asking about everything around you. Who created this tree? Who created that river? Who created the sky? If you keep asking who created everything, the chain of questions will never end. At some point, you must stop and accept that there is one creator who was never created, the one who is the origin of everything. If we don't stop, we will be trapped in an endless chain with no answer. This is why we believe in Allah. He is eternal, uncaused, and the creator of all. The Quran is very clear about Allah's nature. In Surah Al-Ikhlas, say, He is Allah, the One. Allah, the eternal refuge. He neither begets nor is born, and there is none like unto him. This short chapter answers the question completely. Allah was not born. He was not created. He has no equal. Philosophers call this the first cause argument. Everything that begins to exist has a cause. The universe began to exist. Therefore, the universe has a cause. But the chain of cause cannot go back infinitely. There must be a first cause that is uncaused, eternal, independent, necessary, and that is Allah. Our minds are limited. We cannot fully imagine infinity or timelessness, yet these are realities. Just because something is beyond our imagination does not mean it is not real. Allah's existence is evident in His creation, even if we cannot fully grasp His essence. Simple examples help. Light comes from the sun. We don't ask who created the sun's ability to shine. It just exists by nature. Similarly, Allah exists by His own nature, uncreated. A watch has a maker, but the maker is not part of the watch. Allah created the universe, but is not bound by its rules. Atheists sometimes argue, if everything needs a cause, then God also needs a cause. The correct statement is, everything that begins to exist needs a cause. Allah never began to exist. He always was and always will be. Calling Allah uncreated is not a loophole. It is part of His essence. Believing in Allah as the eternal creator brings peace. If Allah needed a creator, our faith would be uncertain. But because Allah is eternal and uncaused, our trust in Him is firm. Knowing Allah is without beginning and without end gives meaning to our lives. It reminds us that our struggles have purpose, and our prayers reach the one who is beyond all limits. So, who created Allah? No one. Allah was never created. He is eternal, self-sufficient, and the origin of everything. As Muslims, we accept that our limited minds cannot fully comprehend the infinite, and that is okay, because Allah tells us in the Quran, and they do not encompass Him in knowledge. Our job is not to measure Allah by our own limits. It is to worship Him, submit to Him, and find peace in Him. If you found this reminder beneficial, share it with others so they too can reflect. And before you go, don't forget to subscribe to True Path for more inspiring Islamic reminders.